Every man has a bear within him. There comes a point in every man's life when he has to decide. Will his past define him, or will his purpose? Welcome to the Bear Within. My name is Ken. I'm not a celebrity, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a millionaire. I'm a simple man who has been knocked down by life more than once. I've experienced success, I've experienced failures, losses of business, relationships. I watched my dreams disappear. I've questioned myself. I've carried guilt, I've carried regret. I wondered whether I'd ever get another chance. But here's what I've learned. Life doesn't ask whether you are ready. It simply asks, will you get back up? So what's my story? Well, for most of my life, I've worked hard. I've managed businesses. I've led teams, built companies. I've worked in the retail industry, automotive industries, the food industries, been in sales, management, procurement. I've always believed that a man should provide and that he should protect, that his word should mean something. But life has a way of humbling all of us. Sometimes we lose because of our own mistakes, sometimes because of circumstances, sometimes that people walk away, or simply that life changes. Over the last few years, I've had to rebuild nearly every part of my life. Financially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I've realized something. The hardest battle isn't against the world. It's against that person you see in the mirror every morning. So I've challenged myself. I made a decision. Not just to survive, but to rebuild, to become stronger, to become wiser, to become more disciplined, to become the man I know I was created to be. And I thought, what if I documented this journey, not pretending I've arrived, but showing what it actually looks like to rebuild a life one day at a time. And that's why I've created the channel, The Bear Within. People think strength means never feeling fear. I disagree. Well, a bear doesn't roar all day. It doesn't prove itself to everyone. It stays calm, patient, protective, quietly powerful. But when life demands courage, that bear awakens. I believe every one of us has that same strength inside. Sometimes it's buried beneath disappointment, pain, failure, fear, self-doubt. This channel is about waking that bear up again. I can't say I've figured out life yet, but I've been fortunate enough to learn from some incredible thinkers through their books. One lesson that changed me came from Viktor Frankl, who wrote, "When we are no longer able to change the situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." And this hit me hard because we can't always change our circumstances we find ourselves in, but we can always choose to become the person we're meant to be. Marcus Aurelius, in his book Meditation, reminded us, the obstacle is the way. Maybe it's that thing that is shaping you into the person you're meant to become. From James Clear, I learned that small habits create extraordinary lives. Not motivation, but consistency. One small step, every single day. That's what creates the difference. And then there's David Goggins' book, You Can't Hurt Me. It taught me that most of us quit long before we've even reached our true limits. Strength isn't something you are born with, it is built. Robin R. Covey taught that the character is more than just an image, because eventually who you are always becomes visible. And then there's Jordan Peterson, 12 Rules for Life. It reminds us, compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to somebody else today. And one of my favorite lessons came from Jocko Willink, the book Extreme Ownership. Stop blaming, start building, and that mindset can change everything. So what will you find here on this channel? Well, it's not a channel that's just chasing views. It's a brotherhood. Here we'll talk about purpose, discipline, courage, leadership. healing, mental strength, relationships, faith, responsibility, finances, and building a better future, and becoming someone your children, your family, and even your younger self would be proud of. Some videos will challenge you, will encourage you, and some may even make you feel uncomfortable. Well, that's good, because growth usually does. I make a promise to myself and to everyone watching. For the next year, I'm going to document this journey honestly. The wins, the failures, the lessons, the setbacks, the victories. No pretending, no fake motivation, just honest growth. Because if one ordinary man can rebuild his life, then someone watching will realize they can too. So to every viewer, if you're carrying regret, you're welcome here. If you lost something, you're welcome here. If you're divorced, starting over, in debt, lonely, scared, or simply trying to become a better man, you're among friends. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep moving forward. Remember, your past explains you, but it mustn't define you. In every man, there is strength he hasn't discovered yet. There is courage waiting to be awakened. There is hope waiting to be chosen. There is a bear within. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this message spoke to you, I'd be honored if you joined this community. Subscribe. Share this video with someone who needs it. And leave a comment telling me where you are on your own journey. Let's encourage one another and grow stronger together. Until next time, stand tall, stay true, awaken the bear within.